Well, there is such a thing as corporate social responsibility, and a good number of things that we see around our help, our communities, one corporate organization or the other doing one thing or the other to help our world, such as protecting the environment. You know, we've talked about that just now. But then there is also such a thing as personal social responsibility. I want to talk about just a tiny bit of that this morning in what has caused the deaths of so many people over the years. We received some figures from the Federal Road Safety Commission about tremendous numbers of people who have died as a result of road crashes. They even delineated between road crashes and accidents, saying accidents are some things you didn't expect to happen but did happen, but road crashes are things that, you know, happen as a result of some things we should have or shouldn't have done. But what are celebrity special marshals? I thought there were regular marshals, then there are special marshals, and now we have celebrity special marshals. Of course, some of you may know what that is about. The coordinator is with us this morning, Chris Kende Wandu. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. First of all, for those who do not know, what are celebrity or who are celebrity special marshals?
Thank you very much for having Ayo and Alera. Good morning to you. I hope you are keeping safe. Thank you very much. The celebrity special marshal, is Federal Road Safety. We are using like a normal marshals, but there's just a little distinction between us and the regular marshal. Don't forget there are two levels of within the road safety. You have the regular officers who wear uniform, the normal uniform, and members of the Federal Road Safety. Then we also have the other side, which is special marshal unit, which is voluntary, people who volunteer to be part of this Federal Safety, who give out their time, energy, money, and everything they have to be able to push the discourse and just to help out the officers and men road safety achieve set out objectives. Safety special unit is also part of marshal unit. But what only the district pastor there is what celebrities is very small unit, just carved that by the commercial Federal Road Safety, Osita Chidoka, during his new, where he tries to use celebrities, ambassadors for safety. So you see various organizations having ambassadors. You have corporate organizations having ambassadors endorsing their products and services. Why those ones are paid for? The celebrity special marshals are just volunteers within these celebrities, entertainment industry, and also media, who also within them have decided to assist the safety in pushing the discourse and making some of the objectives of the Federal Road Safety to be able to get across to Nigerians as it were. So that is just the distinction between your regular special marshal unit and the celebrity special unit.
Mr. Ando, I am supposed to be a marshal, but there seems to be a communication hiatus between us, because I haven't heard from you guys in a number of years.
Well, you're a member of the Shasha Alero, but we was to a celebrity Shasha. If you, by the time we endorse the celebrity special marshal, you'll be here from us. The man sitting with there, Ayo, is a member of the celebrity special marshal youth. He has been a member for years, and we've been doing this together. Still talking about within Charles, Chamberlain is a member of the celebrity special marshal unit, and he has been part of the program. Nota is also a member. I think the three members have chance, but we have them across other media houses, entertainment industry, music, comedy, blogging, name it. So what you belong to the special marshal unit, and you are supposed to be with the unit. So I've not been hearing from them. Then you have to talk to your unit commander, who's supposed to be across to you, and you're supposed to be participating in patrols and the rest of Now that you're saying on public TV, then probably we'll fine you for not doing job.
Well, before you find her, because I know you could take this higher, so before you do the finding, let's take a break so that I can beg you in the background. Do stay with us. Yeah, thanks for staying with us. We're still talking about this celebrity special marshals. You want to ask him a question?
Yes, Mr. Wando. How effective have these marshals been, seeing that they have no power to arrest anybody? Because I have had occasion where I have put on my uniform and actually directed traffic on Okwebi Road, but I couldn't arrest anybody who was doing the wrong thing. I don't have such powers.
That means I'll look for the pamphlet setting up the special marshal unit. I'm not talking about the celebrity special unit now. We are all one in one, as I said. I will look for the pamphlet and pass it on to you through Ayo. That is true. As a special marshal, you have all the powers in the world that the regular marshal of safety has to arrest. I don't know which one you want to use. All the powers that are into the regular marshal, special marshal, have that right. So if you are at Okwebi or Ale or Tonyin Street or around the Ikeja or Lagos, some part of Nigeria, and you are doing your duty as a marshal, and you see anybody disobeying, what you need to do is do the needful. But you know that because you're a single individual, I might not have the necessary instrument, whatever to use to be able to make, which is why we say that you should key yourself into it. What you do also you must have the number of the unit commander, that is road safety unit commander in charge of that zone. So if you're talking of Ikeja, you have the phone number of the Federal Road Safety Unit Command for that zone. If such happens, and anybody disobeys, all you need to do is call the unit commander. Tell him, sir, I am a special man. Something that's misbehaved. Can you send me a call? And you can rest assured that within 5 minutes, but the unit commander within that area will send you a call and they'll be able to assist you. So don't go out of your way to personally want to arrest somebody. They'll start fighting you or doing other things. Do the needful by just making sure to call the necessary. Even if you don't call if you can't get the unit command, you have the sector commander of Lagos State, a very amenable man, should be able to send you his number as well. You call him. Wherever he is, he will be able to give you a backup from anywhere within Lagos State close to you, and you'll be able to do the necessary things you need to do. So you have the power to arrest. And when they also give, you can have they also issue the certificates and the rest of them, but you just don't do it yourself because you might not be able to do it.
Now, I also recognize that today there was an enlightenment campaign by the Lagos unit of the Celebrity Special Marshals. So this is a two-pronged question. On the one hand, what was the intention today, which you said was supposed to have commenced at 8 a.m. and perhaps is over now? You want to tell us how that went? And then, how far-reaching, since this is the Lagos unit we're talking about now, how widespread are the Celebrity Special Marshals unit in Nigeria?
Thank you very much. Double-barrel question, Ayo. First and foremost, we normally have our regular patrol as Celebrity Special Marshals. We do that quarterly. What we do is to do the normal enlightenment programs, go and sensitize people, motorists and Nigerians, on the needs for them to be able to be cautious on the roads and to do the needful. Most of our job as Celebrity Special Marshal is that of advocacy. Unlike the regular marshals, which are the FRSC, which is in operation, each and the rest of them. Because of the nature of our job, what we do is try to ensure that people adhere to some of these issues and things they're supposed to do, telling them on the need to take alcohol, not to use their seatbelt, don't use your phone, and all them. Because of the nature of where we are ourselves, this time around because of the 19 pandemic. That in itself has become a serious challenge for both the regular road safety officers as well as the special marshals. So what we have decided to do today is tailor our patrol, our quarterly patrol in trying to enlighten the public, especially the motorists as Nigerians, on the need for them to make sure that observe these protocols. And we've been around National Stadium related today, which is our point, and trying to make sure we give us face masks, we give us sanitizers, and we also talk to the motorists as well as passengers. I can tell you that close to over 80% of passengers and drivers are complying with the protocols. More than 80%. They don't wear their face masks, despite the fact that the Lagos government said that there should be space in buses. You can't find any space and of them. So it is a big challenge. And I know that the president recently signed into law the COVID-19 law, which empowers the law enforcement agencies to either arrest Nigerians or impose fines on them and arrest them. I don't know how we're going to do that because it's going to be very hard to do that. But beyond that, we should also look at the point that now we as Nigerians should take personal responsibility for our safety. You don't need to wait for any statement to tell you what to do. You don't need to wait for the federal government to tell you what you. If you decide not to do needful, then you may end up finding yourself in a situation where you don't want to find yourself. But we, as British Special Marshals, we have been doing what we have been doing. I've been going on radio. Ayo and Alera will tell you this for free that the Celebrities Marshals, we have programmed over 10 radio stations across Nigeria. And that has been given to us by free time by various radio stations and TV stations. Even Channels Television, you are doing wonderfully. You on a daily basis, we see what you do for road safety. You invite the marshal, you invite the sector commander, the rest of them to come and talk. Those are expensive airtime you are giving. You are not charging for it. That is also part of what you are doing now. Is part of your own. Also trying to put a voice to what it means. If we are to pay for this air that I'm on now, I don't be able to pay it. So those are the kind of things we are doing and seeing people doing. The media in itself are very, very helpful in this way. But I think we still do more because the challenge we have is that most Nigerians, not just the COVID-19 protocol, Nigerians drivers are very, very stubborn. Very, very stubborn set of people. An average person will want to take one way, despite the fact that it is season cars, vehicles and cars. Now you still see taking one way. And people are still not keeping to speed limits. People are taking alcohol, the rest of it. And when they say, oh, the road is bad, bad. And they say, yes, the road is definitely. The fact is, that same road where you have somebody having an accident, over 1,000 or 1,000 people have passed through that road without getting themselves involved in an accident.
Oh dear.
Very interesting.
Well, I hope we'll be able to get Chris back to conclude that conversation, because most certainly all those issues that he has raised are actually quite valid.
Cogent.
Yes, and but one of the things that scares me, gotta be honest, was the day the Corps Marshal himself, Dr. Boboye, was telling us the number of people, hundreds of people that have died as a result of the road crashes within 1 month.
Not accidents.
Not accidents. He said there's a difference between accidents and road crashes. So, well, Chris, before we continue our own conversation, so what kind of responses have you gotten from these personal social responsibility initiatives that people subscribe to? So on the one hand, they are picked perhaps by, you. On the other hand, they have to, accept it themselves, accept to be members of the unit, Celebrity Special Marshals unit, pretty much saying, they're doing something to contribute to nation building, so to speak. What kind of responses have you gotten all over the country? You still haven't told me how widespread, the unit is all over Nigeria. What kind of responses that you have you gotten all over the nation, and what kind of feedback do you get as to how they are performing?
Yes, talking about spread. Presently, we're in Lagos, we're in Abuja. I also trying to get and fit in the northern part of the country. We also setting up a unit also in Ogun State. The strength celebration is just under 100, unlike the normal special marshals that runs in thousands. And why is it? Because of the specific nature of the membership. And we're talking about ship. I've talked about Timberlane. I've talked about is in charge of the next unit, the coordinates. I'm just coordinating. We have AY, we have Baskasi.
Our connection is very, very good at this point, but I hope we'll be able to disconnect and reconnect. Possibly we'll be able to get some better connection there. I think this underscores just one thing, Alara, and that's the fact that on the one hand is the challenge of road safety on its own, and that the need for various people to contribute their own quota to nation building, irrespective of how small it is.
Indeed, indeed. I think it's a good thing that this was initiated. And I hope that those who belong to this unit are actually taking the job seriously because they can make a difference.
Yes.
I mean, an Bakassi, for instance, tells someone not to drive crazy. Because it is coming from Bakassi, the person might laugh, but he might remember the encounter with Bakassi and tell stories about it. And after that day, oh boy, I arranged myself for, you know, that kind of thing. I think it's a good idea.
Well, perhaps that's all. He, of course, mentioned a few other names, musicians, comedians, broadcasters, and things like that. You know, if these people should stop you, just as you said, you know. But, you know, it'll actually be nice to be able to arrest someone for a change. Just again. But why are you looking at me?
You want to arrest someone?
Why am I a member of a paramilitary unit?
If you can't use your powers.
Yeah, use my power.
I agree with you.
You know, it's especially you. I mean,
I agree with you.
I mean, you have a.
I'll be bringing the list of those I arrest in the next 1 month.
All right, Sunrise continues in a moment. Please stay with us.